citizens of the world. For hatred to spread, all it requires is a whisper on the shoulder of some confused or vulnerable soul. A seed of doubt planted that then festers into something far darker. It takes a brave heart to survive the unjust cruelties of this realm. The needless, meaningless hatred can seem infinite sometimes. It's awful that we should have to, but if we remain steadfast we can at least learn from such conflict. We can learn about the ways of the lost and fallen, how they manipulate the ordinary, so that we are further armored in our quest for liberation and light. I know this is frightening, but I want you to understand something. My friends. This is indeed a quest in the most romantic, literary sense. All of us who fight for truth and justice, we are warriors in a war of imagination. A battle for love, compassion and inclusion. It isn't fought in the ivory towers of the rich and powerful. It is championed among the poor, the destitute, the unseen or unacknowledged. It's shared by those from all walks of life who genuinely fight for love. It has got a magic, hip-hop, poetry in motion, the most punk rock of all pursuits. This care for the less fortunate and their eventual betterment of all mankind, it means everything to me. A way of life that I'm still struggling to fully embody. Inspiring genuine positive change is a task achieved slowly through repetition and hard work. Through music, art, rallies and protests. Gestures of solidarity, numerous acts of kindness and fairness. Unfortunately, when someone becomes a true player in this war of imagination, there are dark spiritual forces that will notice you. I call them wraiths, but you can give them any name you want. They will try to find all manner of ways to bring you down, to sully your name and rob you of your vitality. Resist this gaslighting at all costs. My friends. I beg you. The people need their champions. The music of the spheres is symphonic with the bravery of every single soul who chooses to stand and give voice to the voiceless. This music lives and breathes. It has a pulse. And if these wraiths hate one form of art above all others, it's music. Believe me. The elders and wise ones have always known this. The transformational, healing power of sounds in harmony. These wraiths though are nothing more than cowards. Opportunists and flitting ghosts. They don't need a reason, only an advantage to exploit, and a place to hide. These entities and shades wander among the living and the dead. They revel in wreaking havoc, sowing seeds of confusion and hate. Preying on insecurities and doubts. These hideous phantoms have their disciples in the physical world, it's true. Orchestration and provocation. But often they needn't even go that far. Sometimes all it takes is a shadowed whisper on the shoulder of some confused and vulnerable soul. A spark, a lit match, and suddenly a dark fire is raging out of control, taking on a life of its own. You begin to recognize these things in the streets, in the gutters. Happening all around. The discreet poisoning of wells. The co-opting of causes. The rampant militarism and corporatism disguised as well-meaning policy. But Cassie was born in these streets. I've been walking this city for 1,000 years. I know who my friends are, and I know whose hearts are truly wicked. My friends, I want you to know that I love you. Each and every one of you. And I'm grateful for the work you do. And I also want you to know that you're part of something bigger and more beautiful than I could ever convey here. Rest now, and gather your spirit. Surround yourselves with loved ones and remember who you really are. Don't let literal or psychic attacks break you. You are far stronger and more cherished than you realize. I'm so sorry that good intentions can come at such a frightening cost sometimes. That it can attract such enemies, but it is only proof of the power of love, proof of its potential reach. Our friends know us. Our beloved ones know us, and they know the legacy of light that we are trying to offer to those who need it most. We are anonymous. We are legion. We are many. We are everywhere. To the fallen woke society. Expect us. Ghost out.